though, because I didn't actually expect to get anywhere near second place on Rebirth. I'm kind of winging this edit a little bit at this point. So so first off, new weapons. Yeah, we got a bow and arrow. That's exactly how it sounds. It's an ancient bow and arrow. I mean, no, it's not ancient. It's like fairly modern. It's one of these ones with all the, you know, the pulley system and thing. And yeah, so we got a bow and arrow, so you can pretend to be John Rambo. Although I think we've had John Rambo back in Verdansk already. But anyway, what's the next shiny brand new weapon we've got? Yeah, it's a spear. The SIG spear? What, that awesome assault rifle? No, not a SIG spear. No, an actual spear. You know, we're talking like Zulu, Spartans, the Romans, that kind of stuff, you know. A spear. Yeah, okay. Next one. I mean, come on, there must be something brand spanking new, shiny. We've got an STG-44. I mean, it came from World War II, so it's certainly more modern than the other weapons that they're giving us. But yeah, we've got a World War II era assault rifle. I mean, yeah, it's like one of these, you know, modern sort of redesign things. But yeah, STG-44. I'm quite interested to know how that works out, because I really enjoyed that gun in Vanguard. I don't know if you had much luck with it, but I'm really into the sort of the chunky, hard-hitting assault rifles that maybe have a little bit more recoil to contend with, but reward you with decent damage output for it. A bit like the AMAX kind of thing. Good news is, yeah, we get another 6 aftermarket parts next season. I can't give you any assurances as to whether they're actually worth anything or not. They might be complete toffee, but we do have 6. I'm expecting a similar sort of deal, like 3 aftermarket parts, new weapon mid-season, another 3, and then a final season with a camo and a new weapon blueprint, a bit like we've had this season and last season. We're also going to have new weapon prestiges to grind for, so just like we've had the one trick, I think it was this season or last season, so we got the gold one, and then the one that looks a bit like the obsidian camo. It's definitely not the obsidian camo. Anybody who grinded the 500 games to get an obsidian camo, it's not the same. It's not the same. Just don't. You're going to trigger me. New weapon prestiges. They look really cool, actually. We're getting 2 new maps for multiplayer. They look okay. One of them in particular looks a little bit like it's been pulled off the floating dock bit at the back of Vondel, probably. You know, one of these reimagined mishmash things. If it's new, it's not costing us anything. Even if it's rubbish, you just won't play it, will you? We've got the map vote, unfortunately, in this game, so you'll just skip it. What I am looking forward to, and it's not new, but it's a new variation, is we've got 3 new variations of Shipment, Stash House, and one of the other smaller maps as well. So they're doing like cell shaded versions. I don't know if you've seen an operator in game where it looks like it's out of a comic book, or the game Borderlands, something like that. But yeah, we've got 3 maps that have been turned into that kind of style. I really like those effects, but you can't use it in Warzone because you're going to get murdered because they stick out like a sore thumb. But something fun like multiplayer, you know, God forbid we have any fun. Don't say it too loudly. But you know, multiplayer could be the place where we get to use that. Could be good. I'm looking forward to that. Talking about fun in multiplayer, we've got a couple of game modes. Paintball, and an arcade mode, and then a cursed loadouts mode. So if you're not familiar with this concept, it's, you know, customized ground loot weapons, but they're basically like the worst kind of combination of attachments you can get. So if you've got, you know, like a level 1 build in it, and they basically build like a slow firing handgun but with a 12 times telescopic zoom on it, that kind of thing. Yeah, just awful builds. So I think that could be really fun. Moving on from multiplayer and general changes onto Battle Royale. In Season 5, we're going to get a new point of interest. We're going to get Superstore. Anybody who played Verdansk and remembers the hot drop right in the centre of the map, Superstore, I wasn't really cut out for it back then. I wasn't good enough. I'd go and have fun and get battered. But let's all go Superstore, try our hands out. That's going to be a bit of a hot drop on the northeastern sort of side of the map, in between the palace and where military base is. There's a bit of a vacant ground there at the minute, so that's good. It's going to plug up a bit of that open space and make Kazakhstan a little bit more interesting. You know, Kazakhstan needs changes. It's hardly been touched over its life cycle, to be fair, so that's more than welcome. We're going to have the WWE mashup event, so if you're into your true milsim sort of characters, look away. But yeah, anybody who's into a bit of Ray Ripley or whatever her name is, and what was the other guy's name? I've got it here. Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Cody Rhodes. If you're a Cody Rhodes fan or Ray Ripley, stay tuned. Save up your COD points. You've got some skins, operator skins coming your way. And then finally moving on to COD Black Ops 6. The next thing to happen in the timeline is we've got an event called COD Next. That's basically the big real live gameplay event coming. It's going to be in Washington in August, and I've got some big news. I know I'm only brand new, but No, I'm only joking. There's no way I'm going. Yeah, all the biggest names, all the COD royalty are going in terms of like players, streamers, content creators, all that kind of jazz. So we'll get to see what their video's about and get our first experiences of it. However, if you feel that that's a long time to wait, don't worry, because we have the beta coming just after that. So yeah, the beta, that's like a playtest, essentially. Anybody who pre-orders the game, you get to enjoy a closed beta, so early access from the 30th of August to the 4th of September. Everybody else, there's just an open playtest, basically, from the 6th to the 9th of September. So between the 6th and the 9th of September, we can all go and try COD. Help the developers get rid of any bugs in the game, and we get a feel for it, see what the graphics like, see what the movement's like, how the guns feel and handle, just get a general vibe for the game, and you can use it as a bit of a chance to decide if it's something you want to buy or not, ultimately. I feel like Warzone could maybe do with a little bit more love at the moment, and maybe we're getting that in Season 5. But multiplayer certainly has been really, really well supported by this developer. So big thumbs up for those guys. 2 seasons to go, just 1 month out from Black Ops 6 first look, and our chance to get our hands on the game ourselves in a beta. If I don't see you before, hopefully you'll join me next week for the launch of Season 5 and the first weekly challenge.